This episode of Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast? Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed Protector of the Universe, bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that are the weapons and symbols of his station, fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar. Hello and welcome to the Quantum Zone, episode 55. I can't fly 55. I am Phil. Joining me as always, Master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And if I would have been a little quicker on the button, interrupting his drop would have been...
Matt's Master of the Late Zone. Yeah. I was just spending extra time preparing for this collector's obsession. I was collecting comic books and then eating Indian food and
obsessing over it.
I was obsessed. It was a double disaster.
Meditating.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get to Avengers 336, I thought I'd bring it up. Did you guys look at that link I sent the other day about the AMC theaters?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's not official, but supposedly somewhere on their website they have Avengers Endgame listed, and they have it at 3 hours and 2 minutes.
That's massive.
And you figure that's just the movie. That doesn't count trailers beforehand.
The end credits.
I think that's included.
I think that's included, but none of the trailers beforehand. So I'm thinking your butt's going to be in that chair at least 3.5 hours, unless you go to the bathroom midway or something.
Don't get the large soda, even if it has a commemorative cup.
I'm not drinking. I'm not eating.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you sent another link, too, that had a Grunwald, and I hadn't got to read all the way through it yet, about Jon Stewart.
Oh, yeah. What was it? Grunwald, was it like a fan magazine or something? But yeah, it was like a DC thing, and like they were listing something about like a Justice League story, and he called Jon Stewart Green Lantern Black Lantern. But it wasn't his name. So even Grunwald got him wrong every once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
But this was like the era of like Black Panther, Black Goliath.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in trailer news, I went to see the movie Us this week, and I enjoyed it. I actually it was a horror movie, if you're not familiar. It was a big hit. A lot of people saw it. I got some Infinity War type of vibe from it, though. Just because there was doppelgangers and trying to take over for the real deal. But I also was subjected against my will to the Endgame trailer, finally.
You saw it.
I couldn't leave or put my fingers in my ears. So
did you see the scene at the end of it with Thor?
Yeah. Captain Marvel.
Yeah. I like this one.
It was pretty cool.
You know why she's not afraid of him, right? Because he never aims for the head. Right?
Yep, never goes for the head.
Yeah. And when I was digging through, I made a trip. If you're in the northern Massachusetts area and you go to Harrison's Comics in Salem, there's a lot of Quasar in the dollar bin. And even though the dollar bin is huge, and I didn't even look through it all because they closed at 7 and they kicked me out. But I found something. I already have this, but I bought it again. The Marvel Age with the preview of Quasar.
Ooh, nice.
Yep, that's cool.
Yeah.
I might be going to a small show this weekend. I should look for that issue and a few other issues because scheduling note, I was reading ahead for future episodes, including Cosmos and some of the Infinity Gauntlet issues. And we had Infinity Gauntlet 6 on the list, but meanwhile, Quasar in Infinity Gauntlet 6 is only in one panel, and he has no dialogue. So I was just like, let's take that off the list. And then we decided we're going to have later on down the road, we're going to have a special episode between when we do Quasar 30 and 31. We're going to do a special on the whole Starbrand series.
Should we? Because I was actually meant to ask you about that. Starbrand ran what, like 11 issues, 16 issues, something.
I was going to say, I thought it ran like 20 some, didn't it? I have like the first 10 or 12 in a trade. That's what I was going to say. I'd have to look for the future issues later on.
But the new universe kind of was wrapped up by, there was the pit, the draft, and then the war. And I think the war was a 4-issue series, and that kind of was the last thing ever published. The longest running, was it Justice and DP7? I think wow, this is taking me way back. I gotta go back and look at this.
All right.
DP7 went about 32
32,
issues.
yeah, I think it went 32.
I looked up Starbrand Wikipedia. For the first 7 issues, it was monthly. Then it went bi-monthly for issues 8 through 19.
19, okay.
And an annual.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It looks like there was 19 issues and 1 annual. So,
and I have it around here somewhere, but there was a Starbrand Quasar Marvel reprint that had both issues in it like 10 years ago. It was weird because it's Starbrand #1 and Quasar #1. Marvel. As we are working through the issue, I'll see if I can find it, or at least the name of it.
So yes, between Quasar issues 30 and 31, we will give you a special episode. Probably the biggest thing we've ever attempted, where we'll do a broad overview of the whole Starbrand series.
Yeah, I also found this at the comic shop today: Untold Tales of the New Universe. Starbrand #1. It's just a one-off. Also,
is that a John Romita Jr. cover on the front of that?
Yes, it is.
Because he did a lot of the original issues. And that looks pretty awesome.
But yeah, I think, I mean, even if none of us have a complete set of all the issues, I mean, I'll try my hardest. But I mean, I think between the 3 of us, I think we'll probably have read the whole series between the 3 of us.
Yeah, I keep seeing them in the bins, and I have #1, and I can easily acquire. I don't know if I'll get all 19, but I can get some. So.
It's called Marvel Milestones, Starbrand and Quasar.
Ooh. Wow.
And its cover, I don't have it here, but we could look it up on comics.org if you wanted to see what. But it's basically the cover of Starbrand #1, but it reprints both Starbrand #1 and Quasar #1, which I thought was a weird pairing.
Yeah.
Because why? He visited it before I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you can't find the single issues, I know I have the trade downstairs. It's either the first 10 or first 12 issues, something like that.
I'm going to plant a little worm in your guys' heads here. Think about the new universe as Valiant.1.
Ooh.
I mean, because that's really kind of what it turned out to be. I mean, you look, Starbrand is basically solar. You have the Eternal Warrior, which can map to like Justice. I mean, it has a lot of the same, especially around solar and Starbrand. Flying and the way they manipulate things. I've always toyed with this series of articles called Failed Universes.
Oh, do it!
Because there's a lot of failed universes out there.
I like it.
Oh, and when you guys are looking for Marvel Ages,
yes,
number 90 has the Mark's Remarks, where he does the plot analysis of Quasar #11.
Yes. That's one of my, I always look for that. I have a list of Marvel Ages, but I feel like that one's tougher to find because I think there's something Spider-Man related on the cover that makes it rare, and it's very frustrating. But yeah, I'm in the market for it.
Gosh, we're so eager to talk about this Avengers issue, aren't we?
Should we get to it? Get this over with? Just one and 3 more, and then it's Cosmos.
Wait, no, there's only 5 of them because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 6.
That's a good point. Yeah, we're talking about our collector's obsessions more than this issue. Yeah, it's a Todd McFarlane Spider-Man cover for $90 with an interview with Jim Lee about X-Men. So it averages about $8 on mycomicshot.com. So
well, I will. I'll keep on the lookout for it too.
Because it is a 5-page preview of the Spider-Man McFarlane Spider-Man. But I'm going to a con next Saturday that's like all bins, so I'm gonna get my hands dirty.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go to a show this weekend, so when I come home with a stack of Marvel Ages out there for my wife, and be like, "It was Will and Matt's fault."
It's totally. You can blame us. Yeah,
they'll probably be cheap. They're probably cheap, though. I would think.
Yeah, some of them. Some of them are real. Some of them are real cheap. Yeah, you can get them for cheap in some places, but other places not so much.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna jump into this.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do this thing.
All right, Avengers 336, the Collection Obsession Part 3, Double Disaster, because we get a picture of both storylines on the cover, and Thor's head still in that cover box.
I thought maybe Iron Man would make his return to the cover box.
No, Hercules bumped him off.
Yeah, he seems pretty happy about it. Look at that look of his smile on his face.
He's like,
hey, at least it's a pretty good cover, though. I mean, Ron Lim.
Oh, yeah.
He's good.
I like the cover.
Hercules is like, yeah, Cersei's up in the corner box with me. Capri's son is behind me on the inner cover. Life is good.
Beast is being attacked by a weird octopus from another galaxy. And
a quantum tentacle thing?
Quantum tentacles, yeah.
Oh, was that Will or Lil Hillfire?
Quantum tentacles?
Alright, so begin with Thane Ector sitting on his throne, about to give you the title. No, it's not a joke. May sound like a best line. Alright, so he's going on. The hour has come, my people. The long nightmare ended. This day the brethren regain our honor. And here comes the title. For here we make our stand. And with his hand outstretched. What was that? Sybil Dorn. Well spoken, my lord Thane Ector, and well may this world tremble at our coming. For did we not once lay waste 1,000 worlds? So what's that, 2,000? And the fool says, indeed we did. Soon our warriors will drink the death blood of this green-washed planet, and I shall dance on the white bleached bones of poor humanity. So did these people have a stutter? Because she said 1,000 worlds. He said poor humanity. It's a Tale of Battle and Fury by Bob Harris, writer. Steve Epting, penciler, and I believe isn't the whole issue Epting?
I think it is this time. Yeah, I think so.
Or no, last page or two might be something different. We'll get there. Tom Palmer, inker, Bob Oakley, letterer, Christy Sheely, colorist, Ralph Macchio, editor, and Tom DeFalco, editor-in-chief.
Yeah, I like the art already better in this one, but the print job, I don't know if it's the same in yours, it's blurry on some pages, real light on others, but I don't know, whatever, we'll get to it.
Yeah, like I said, I think Epting did most of the art, but I wonder if they only credit one inker, but I wonder if there's like different inkers and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so we see second page, the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan, once the tallest building in the world. Not much of notice has happened there of late, until today, when the very molecules in the air glow as dimensions warp and rend, and where once stood two rather innocuous towers, stands the citadel of Thane Ector. And, yeah, big metal building appears at the top of the towers, and people on the ground are like, what the heck is that? Beats me. And then we get his, holographic face in the sky. Terrans, for 3 days I have tested your metal, probed your defenses, and I have found them wanting. My people once sailed the starways, seeking glory and power. Legends told of our coming, but our noble, vibrant race was robbed of our dignity and our destiny by uncaring fate. But now we claim that glory and that destiny again this day. It is constant of the universe that the weak must fall before the strong. Thus I claim this world for the brethren. Then we see some guy say, oh boy, as like, the troops start teleporting in.
And they're big.
Yeah.
What are they, like 12 feet tall? 15 feet tall?
What are these? Some kind of like Transformers? Check out the YouTube channel. Matt Conan and I. Cybertron. So yeah, they teleport in, then they just start blasting at people. Engage in establishing citadel defensive parameters. All Terran life forms must be eradicated from this sector. So orders Thane Ector. Alright, and earlier uptown in Avengers Mansion, in the conference room of Earth's Mightiest Heroes, we see Cap. Looks like he got some bandaged ribs. And we see he's getting a call from George H.W. Bush himself.
Mm-hmm.
Born in Massachusetts.
We won't hold that against him. Because, of course, this is 1991. He says, as you can see, Captain America, all efforts to repulse these brethren have met with worldwide failure, and that's bad. Very bad. Is this George Bush or Dana Carvey doing his George Bush?
Yeah, maybe.
This is bad. Very bad.
Yeah, there's more of the, I have to cross-reference the dates of some certain things, but, we'll get to it in the next panel.
Okay. And Cap says, our own encounters with Thane Ector haven't exactly been stellar performances, sir. Yeah, those ribs. George Bush says, but I have faith in you, Cap. This Thane fella and his aggression cannot stand.
Yes, immortalized in the Big Lebowski. This aggression will not stand.
Oh,
that's right.
Man.
Greg really tied that room together. Sorry.
Why don't you tell me? I couldn't give me an editor's note. I've got S.H.I.E.L.D. on high alert. All the armed forces on the highest standby, but we're going to need you super guys, you Avengers. The Cap says, we've contacted the Avengers West, Mr. President. Some are already in New York. The Fantastic Four are doing all they can. We also have Avengers on the moon checking into the Brethren's origin. We may learn something up there we can use. You know what? I was going to bring this up. I was trying to bring this up one day and I keep forgetting. You know why they changed the name from West Coast Avengers to Avengers West?
Why?
I guess, I don't know if they still do, but I guess back in the day, I don't know if this was like a newsstand thing or the direct market, but they would like put the books on the shelf like in alphabetical order. So when it was West Coast Avengers, the Avengers and West Coast Avengers were like at opposite ends of the store from each other.
Yeah.
So you change it to Avengers West Coast, boom, they're right next to each other.
That's smart marketing. Let's move more units.
That's right.
Where are the X-Men? The Fantastic Four?
Well, he says the Fantastic Four are doing what they can, but we never see them.
Mm-hmm.
We'll settle for Power Man and Iron Fist. George Bush, good. I'll report to the cabinet. I'm glad you're recovering so well, Cap. You gave us all a scare with that fight you had with that Thane guy. You know, you could have let Hercules handle that, but...
Yeah.
Been in the hospital myself. No fun, eh? Says, no, sir. I'll contact you this evening for an update. And he's sitting in the chair. Well, Avengers?
Now, I'm wondering if this hospital stay was after he got food poisoning in Japan and vomited. Remember that big story? George got sick on a world leader.
I remember that, yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right, Cap. You could try vomiting on the enemy, or you know, ask him to spell potato. But yeah, Cap says, "Well, Avengers," because then we see behind them all of a sudden the Black Knight, Black Widow, Hercules, Iron Man, Vision, and Rage. And we see Black Knight say, "I see I got here just in time, Cap. Whatever my ebony sword and I can do to help, you've just gotta ask." And Cap, thanks for responding to my summons so quickly, Black Knight. It's good to have you back. I think Black Knight stays until, like, was it like 375?
Oh yeah, God, he stays for a long time. That's the Avengers leather jacket era.
Yes. Yeah. Cap, you two Iron Man, we may need the expertise of one of the original Avengers in this fight. As Tony Stark claimed he's Tony Stark again, because for a while he was like, after Armor Wars, he was like, no, I'm not Tony, I'm a new Iron Man. Don't let the mistakes of that old guy,
Yeah.
Cap might just blew that out of the water as his stubble is growing significantly. A couple few panels. Iron Man says, hey, I was missing the Big Apple anyway, Cap, but how are you feeling, old friend? He says, recovering, Shellhead, which is more than can be said of most of Thane's victims. We've got a tough battle ahead of us. We're fighting a menace we don't understand, whose savagery gives him an undeniable edge. But we're Avengers for a reason, because we believe that no being, no matter how powerful, has the right to threaten the lives and liberty of humanity. Hector is no different. And we see a more age-appropriate rendering of Peggy Carter come on screen. Steve, yes. Peggy Carter here. This is it. Hector's appeared at the Trade Center. His troops are launching a major campaign. And he says, you heard the Lady Avengers. I wish I could be out there with you. Good luck. I don't know. I know he's injured, but Cap, last couple arcs found, remember with the Tetrarchs, he found a way to kind of miss that battle, and now he's missing this battle. He says, I wish I could be out there with you. Good luck. And I guess Black Widow's staying behind. She says, Steve. And he says, please, Natasha, not the old they also serve who only stand and wait speech. Not now.
Hey, would it be great if Quasar was there fighting? Sorry.
Oh, but Will, he's busy because, turn the page, and on the moon. 3 miniaturized Avengers and an equally diminutive Elder of the Universe have begun a quest to discover the origins of Thane Hector. It has not been the most auspicious of beginnings. As we see, as Matt pointed out on the cover, not so sparkly, non-quantum tentacles reaching for them. Beast is going, Panther, for the love of Mike, look out! Panther saying, I'm trying Beast, but this Baramuthian Paramecium, or whatever it's called, has other ideas. It's merely hungry, Avengers. Really, the Collector says, there's no need to panic as he gets grabbed and he says, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, they've got him kind of like spaced out grandpa or something. He's really acting weird.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's anything to that.
Senility? I don't know. Quasar says, guys, the space slugs decided to have the Collector for an appetizer. And the Beast jumps out and says, well, we can't have that. Without our befuddled friend, we'd never find our way out of this intergalactic zoo. So one Hirsuta X-Men Avenger to the rescue. And he lands on the tentacle and goes, oops, so much for dramatic pronouncements. This creature seems to be made of glue. I suddenly find myself empathizing with an arthropod who's just entered the Roach Hotel. And Quasar says, don't worry, Beast, because Quasar and his fabulous quantum bands are right behind you as he zaps the creature. And Beast says, bless you, my son. And they all land, and Quasar is bringing the Collector down. There you are, sir, safe and sound. And the Collector, young man, what were you thinking? I truly hope you do not fatally injure that creature. It's quite rare, you know. And Beast, you would have been extinct if Quasar hadn't intervened. And he says, oh, poo.
And his costume is wrong again.
Oh, yeah. Quasar has yellow trunks on all of a sudden.
Maybe he was just really scared. Sorry.
And a blue belly. Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to watch a 3-hour and 2-minute movie.
Yeah.
Too much soda. The Collector, I have something to share with you. For eons, and Quasar goes, wait, who, what?
I'm getting a call on my wrist.
That's unbelievable. A call on your wrist? I've studied the specimens in the menagerie, but always from a distance through the sanitized screens of my magnoscopes. I've never really seen them up close, never smelled their fetid odors, nor even touched their flesh. I find this all exhilarating. Oh, boy. Alright, back out in the in the rest of the ship, at regular size, Hank Pym to Avengers, come in, Beast, T'Challa, anybody? What, Quasar's anybody?
Yeah.
Come in, guys, respond. He's thinking, I don't like this. Journeying into the collector's miniaturized vivarium is akin to entering Alice's Wonderland. Lord knows he's kidnapped enough bizarre life forms from all over the galaxy and placed them on the ship. And each of these receptacles in the walls contain a different alien ecosystem. If they're not careful, they could get lost in the grid and never find a way out. And the Beast says, Hank, it's the Beast. Now don't you go worrying, you hear? Look very stressed, my friend. So all of a sudden, Beast has like a southern accent. 1 second, it's like, $50 words, and then all of a sudden he's like boss hog. He's like boss hog or something. Yeah. So he's like, don't you go worrying, Hank. We all fine here. And Hank says, of course I'm stressed. One Hank says the other Hank, of course I'm stressed, Hank. I'm Stan. He's like, wait a minute. You can see me? And he says, turn around, mind throwing. Now he's German. And we see Hank Pym's giant eye staring in. And miniaturized Beast says, salutations. Did anyone ever tell you that you have the most heavenly blue eyes?
Look at the collector just sitting there. Is that not weird?
It's supposed to be senile, remember?
He's doing a good job.
And Black Panther, that's enough, Beast. Hank, as we feared, this is not the receptacle from which the brethren escaped. We've already encountered this tank's single life form. And Pym says, single? I wouldn't be too sure of that, T'Challa. Look behind you. And we see some strange-looking tribesmen.
Yeah. The Geico guys. Crushed with Sideshow Bob.
Yes!
Yeah.
You're right. That calls for the only Simpsons drop I have. They say, you trespass on our land, strange ones. And the Beast. Amazing. The Collector's universal translator is operating as promised. Plot device. Black Panther, forgive us. We are on a journey. A quest. We seek answers about a man. Perhaps you've heard of him. He is called Thane Ector. And I guess the leader says, Thane Ector, he came here years ago. He killed our people, our women and children, our old ones. No good comes of seeking this man. Kill these strangers. And the Beast says, smooth moves, T'Challa. Next time, why don't we leave the diplomacy to me? And as they're about to be cooked for dinner, and on Earth...
Quantum bubble. Sorry.
True. And on Earth, specifically Lower Manhattan, see the giant Brethren soldiers still firing on whoever. Behold, Brethren, the ineffectual Terrans known as the Avengers. Yeah, because Quasar's not there. Have they come to taste defeat yet again? And Iron Man, flying in the battle, says, now come on, guys, we may be enemies, but there's no reason to insult us. Enraged. You tell him, Shellhead.
Yeah, didn't they just meet? He's already using terms of endearment?
Yeah, exactly.
It was in the handbook.
Just trying to fit in. Alright.
You tell them, Shellhead, they think they're so high and mighty because we've been hit hard a few times. Well, let me show him what rage can do with it when he's mad. And he puts his hand on one of the soldiers' backs, and the soldier's backhands Rage away. Away from me, little man. He backhands him into some rubble with cash. And Hercules, oh foolish stripling, the impatience of youth shall be thy undoing. You know you got it bad when Hercules is telling you you're impatient.
Yeah.
And Iron Man's firing off some repulsors. Dane, why don't you take the bozo on the left? And the Black Knight says, my pleasure, Iron Man. He starts pulling out his sword. Now we'll see how your alien technology stands up to the enchanted steel of Merlin himself. And one of the soldiers says, you speak gibberish, Avenger, and thus you fail. And I get, because the Black Knight, I guess is he electrocuting him or something?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Or
unless one of Thane Ector's minions has quantum bands, because he's kind of
yes,
wrapped up in yellow.
And Iron Man again, Vision, look out! And Vision takes a hit, and Iron Man, too late, but this could be my lucky day, and my repulsor rays seem to be having some effect. until two of the large soldiers come over and grab Iron Man. One has his head in his leg, the other one grabs him around the waist. Only a small one, armored one, we can adjust. And Iron Man's like, whoa. And I guess they got Iron Man on the ground, and are they hitting him or something? They say, pay back in full. And you see a full shoo. Or are they shooting him? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that maybe they dropped a car on him or something. I don't really see any motion marks on the car, but it just, there's kind of a hole in the ground.
I don't know if it's behind the car. Yeah, because he's kind of, the view's kind of blocked by like the front end. Is that like a green Mustang?
Yeah, I don't know. We see him amongst the rubble and the rocks later in the next page, but yeah.
It's a visual medium. We're trying to tell a story here, people.
Yeah.
Then we see Hercules picking up rubble. I say thee nay. None may best the friends of Hercules and live. And we see that the troops start blasting Hercules. Across the centuries, many have made such boasts to us. In time, all came to the cry their empty words, and they're lifting them off the ground. Do you still not yet understand? We are the brethren. It is our destiny to conquer all the worlds of this galaxy. Although many have tried to halt our advance, none have succeeded. Why should your race be any different as they drop them to the ground? You shall fall. You shall fall as they let them fall. As will your world, and the brethren shall spread throughout the cosmos. It is written in the stars. We may proceed with
Don't they mean perimeter there?
That's what I think, but they're saying we may proceed with parameter established. Hey, they've been locked up for 5,000 years. Their vocabulary not so good. And Iron Man's laying there on the ground. Definitely not one of our better days. Gotta warn Cap, we blew it. And I guess in the Brethren Citadel, we see Saint Hector get up off his throne. And so they fall again, and yet they refuse to surrender. They are a stubborn lot, I'll grant them that. They are determined to stop our advance, and I think they will die trying. When the time comes, in his Batman helmet. With the Batman ears on it. When the time comes, I will make certain that they have honorable deaths. I'm beginning to find much to admire in these Avengers. And Sybil Dorn, it is you alone who deserves admiration. Who else could have delivered us from the horror of the Collector's Zoo but you, my betrothed? Is not a Thane's duty to lead, Sybil Dorn? And our people are meant for the stars. Isn't that what the legends say? It wasn't possible for greatness such as ours to stay imprisoned under glass like the merest of microbes, was it? But I am weary. Good night, my lady. And she says, do you think me a fool? Not like him. Do you think me a fool? You go to her, the Terran witch we captured in the city called Paris. Why does she fascinate you? She is not one of us. Maybe that's why.
Perhaps.
For a Thane of our people to consort with outsiders, it's disgusting. Already the brethren grumble at the scandal. Man, he's like the Prince Charles of the brethren. Have a care, Sybil Dorn, for none may question my actions, not even you. And she says, she has bewitched you. That is the only explanation. No Thane would have let a lower form of life like her live, yet you treat her like one of us. Why? Answer me. It's when the fool jumps down. My good lady, do not let Saint Hector's unconventional behavior frighten you. It saddens the fool to see her beauty marred by concern. Oh, does he have a little crush? Think now. We have only lately regained our freedom and faced great hardships since. Why, think of the horrors we would have faced if we were marooned on that sterile moon. It makes me shudder so. But Thane Hector has led us sure and true since. My Lord Thane seeks only the good for all of us. His practice may be unorthodox, but his heart is devout to the brethren as yours. This I promise, this I swear. And she starts kicking. Didn't she do this in another issue?
I think last issue.
What care I for your promises, little creature? You are only his fool, nothing more, nothing less. She's kicking him. The fool says, but it is wise sometimes to listen to the foolish. For the line between the idiot and the wise man can be a short one indeed. And in another part of the Mammoth Citadel, in the chamber where the Avenger called Circe is held captive, and she's trying to work on the manacles holding her. She's like, I'm going to concentrate. The molecular structure of these manacles is difficult to decipher. I have to carefully rearrange the arrangement. Move a neutron there. There we go. And she goes, presto. She turns them to roses or something. But then, no, it reverted to its original form. And he said, and Thane Ector walks in. You shall find the brethren are equally hard to manipulate, Lady Cersei. She says, Ector, if you think this little setback has me cowed, think again, my barbaric friend. The Avengers soon will find a way to take care of you. He says, I think not. They lie in the streets of your city, utterly vanquished. And she says, you animal, if you've harmed them. Was Captain America among them? And he says, do I detect something more than loyalty to a commander here? Does he deserve such fidelity? I think your concern masks something we both felt in Paris. She says, what are you talking about? Get your hands off me, Ector. He says, why? Look at me, Cersei of the Eternals. Do you not see a kindred spirit? A being whose soul burns with the same hunger for life as you? A being who, like you, made flesh by the enigmatic space gods called the Celestials? Who we'll see in Cosmos.
Yeah.
A being you find yourself frighteningly all too attracted to. And he kisses, I don't know how he says all that with his tongue in her throat, but. And she says, who are you? He says, a rival, a suitor, a lover, perhaps. Good night, Lady Cersei.
There we go.
I've been locked up for 5,000 years. No conjugal visits. So Ector walks out in the hall, and the fool says, you did go to her. This is preposterous. I'm the one chosen to go mad, not you. And Thane says, send the sacred histories to her. I would have her know our exploits. And the fool, to impress her, my lord? You court disaster too often. First you kept us in battle on that barren moon, and now this? She is an eternal, a prize to be valued by any warrior, and her beauty, and the fool shoots it. Looks like some kind of blast from his head. She is not one of us! You see Ector hit the ground. Arg! And never can it be. We are alone in the cosmos. And Thane Ector, my brain on fire. And when it cools, may it have more sense. Please do not force me to kill you, the fool says. Thane Ector, who knows? Perhaps that is what I truly want. To die and carry the secret of the brethren no more. Secret? What could that dirty secret be? Alright, in the collector's ship. Back to our boy.
And a wrong costume.
Still, yeah. At least the trunks are blue. The yellow's moved up above the trunks now. In the collector's ship, Beast. I think we have these examples of interplanetary Neolithic development well in hand, Panther. The Panther. This one seems to be the tribe's leader. If I can convince him otherwise, we can end all this. The Panther says, listen to me. This fight is pointless. We have no wish to hurt you or your people. Thane Ector is threatening my world. We came here to stop him. And the chief says, my people, there's been a misunderstanding. These strangers are linked to us. They too are victims of the Brethren's devastation. And later they're all sitting around the campfire. I guess it's the chief. We were once a proud, vibrant people, and our land green and lush. But then the gods grew weary of us, for the brethren entered our world and ravaged it. The land died, and only our small tribe survived. The brethren, with nothing more to take, moved on. The brethren must have escaped from their own receptacle and journeyed to the ship, invading other ecosystems as they proceeded. And Quasar says, that sound right to you, Collector? And the Collector, oh yes. When I found them, the brethren were wreaking havoc in star system after star system. Their relentless need to conquer was legendary. I suppose it was only a matter of time before they found a way to escape their receptacle and enter the ship's support system. I wonder how they escaped. Panther, and pity the other beings in their collection who found themselves in the brethren's way. A Collector? Imagine an entire race of conquerors, reduced in size, traveling through the circuitry and conduits of this ship in our modest that once crossed the stars. Their desire to invade and kill despite all odds is almost pathological. And the chief, the vessels of the brethren came from up there, from the moon. They're like, the moon? Oh, the circulation vent to this receptacle. If that's how the brethren entered, then that's the way we go, until we find the answers we're looking for. Meanwhile, back on Earth...
In the Marvel Bullpen's bulletins...
Yeah, oh yeah, it's Stan's there, and who's else?
John Romita.
Oh yeah, enough said. Oh wait, look down second row in the middle, the second and third box. Grunwald.
Yeah, nice with the ponytail.
Yeah. Okay, so back on Earth, the Brethren troops are running amok. 2 more Terrans scan for biological bacteria. Count. Proceed to extinguish. Bacteria, you say?
Oh, that's strange.
Actually, cops say, Joe, man, move it. And the cop says, forget it. We don't have a chance. We're dead men until frisbeeing out of nowhere. And again, just like Thane Ector, didn't he do that? One of the troops catches Cap's shield.
Yeah.
What is this? You survived battle with Thane Ector. Impressive. Know this. We defeated your teammates. And Cap standing on the roof with Black Widow. The Avengers aren't finished until the last one of us is gone. Now let those men go. And here, see, like this page coming up, and I think the last page, doesn't the art look different than the Epting stuff?
Yeah.
I think we're shifting again.
I think so.
Either that something's different, even if it's just like different inking or something.
Or the coloring, something is different. Yeah.
The color is a lot darker for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the trooper holding Cap shield says, "We do not take orders from any save Thane Ector." Another one says, "This biosphere is now ours by right of conquest, and none may deny us." As he whips the shield back and gets Cap right in the bread box. Ugh.
Right in the injured ribs.
That's right. And Black Widow goes, "Steve," and he says, "I'm fine, Tasha. Listen to me. I know your captivity by the Collector was unjust. He had no right to hold you like zoo animals. Every race has the sacred right to freedom. But taking this world is wrong. We can work together to find a solution to your problem." Then we see them pull their guns. And they shoot with like a blam. Cap puts his shield up. So much for that. Keep down, Natasha. Alright, last page. And Cap says, "What do you say, Widow?" She says, "If we are to die here, Steve, I'd rather go down defending my world than hiding behind your shield. No disrespect intended, of course." He says, "None taken. Then let's take them on like Avengers." And they leap into battle. But then they start vanishing. Cap, they're vanishing, but they had us. And Widow says, "Cap, by the way they looked, I think they were as surprised as we were." And we hear a voice say, "And they'll be even more surprised when they find themselves appearing in the heart of Earth's crust."
Who said that?
Yeah, they turn and say, "Who?" And it's Crystal and Lockjaw, the Inhumans, Cap. Remember them from the first issue? Applying for membership. It looks like you could meet us. Next issue, Mud and Glory, the secret of the Brethren begins to unravel. Just a girl and her mustache dog.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's technically a big honkin' mustache dog.
And we get the same ad for the bi-weeklies that we got last issue.
Mm-hmm.
Three more issues, guys. Then we'll get the Cosmos.
But we have to do 4 twice.
Wait, then there's no 5. At least there's no 5 then.
5, yeah. There's no part 5. We just have to do 4 twice.
Didn't they do that with the crossing line too?
I think I think
they did do that.
Yeah.
Those bi-weekly summer things, they can never get the numbering right. It seems like.
And don't even get us started on Starblast, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh boy. Things to come.
But I think with crossing line, wasn't it 4 and 5 also too? They got mixed up.
They definitely did. We did. They did because I remember bringing it up. Yeah.
They hit that 4 and 5 stretch, and they can just keep it straight.
Yeah.
So thoughts on?
Well, I don't. I was just going to say a reference to Transformers.
Oh no, good.
In 4, we just did the latest episode, which was number 4 in a 4 episode or 4 issue miniseries, and went to 84 issues or so. So yeah, numbers can be problematic.
I do love that they ended it with whatever number of a 4-issue limited series on the final issue.
But then,
awesome.
Once we get there, I mean, pardon the Transformers talk, but after we get the 80, I believe was it IDW? I think they printed, they continued on as if it was like, it's weird because Marvel had a Transformers 2 series, but then years later, IDW did like issues supposedly issues 81 through 100 of the original series.
Oh, okay. Well, now, wasn't there... They adapted Transformers the movie, right, at Marvel?
Yes, in a 3-issue series.
And then they did like a 4-issue handbook, right? Like the Marvel handbook?
Oh, yeah.
And they did a Headmasters for...
Oh, I forgot about that one. That's right, yeah.
And G.I. Joe and Transformers miniseries.
Yeah.
The first one, the original.
Yeah, there's an IDW one, too.
But yeah, you can check out the Transformers show, Greetings from Cybertron, only on the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel if you're listening to this on the podcast. But sorry for all the Transformers talk. You know, we love this issue so much, and we just pushed it out of our minds as soon as we were done.
Yeah. Well, Thane Hector's minions kind of looked a little Transformery, little dark hockey, little super pro-y, NFL super
dark
pro.
Hockey?
Yeah, that's a hockey super pro.
That's like a vigilante all dressed in black with a hockey stick. Dark hockey.
Casey Jones.
Hit us with the Transformers drop, man.
All right.
Nice.
I love that. And when I watch that cartoon as a kid, every time I was playing with the toys, I do that with every Tuesday. I'd be like,
yep, awesome.
Nice.
So, anything else?
I got nothing.
3 more of these, and then
we get to Cosme.
Yeah. You just got to get through the collection April session.
Don't pull anything there, Cap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 7 issues of goodness with Cosmos. Even that Ghost Rider issue is better than this stuff.
Yeah.
And I forgot the first appearance in Cosmos, Kid Reaper.
Oh man. Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
So yeah, remember, do your homework. After this, we got Cosmos, and then between Quasar's 30 and 31 down the line, we'll be doing our Star Blast. Our
Starbrand.
Starbrand.
Don't get the numbers confused.
He said Star Blast.
I know.
Starbrand. Yes, we'll be doing a overall Starbrand episode. So
cool.
I just hear Soshin going, "What? They got to find more issues now?"
Yeah.
We will do all the issues. Quasar touches everything. Therefore, we must do everything.
That doesn't sound good. Anyway.
Quantum tentacles? No.
He's going to nursing homes with bad intentions. But, alright, so, if you could find any gems in this, collection obsession, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow us, facebook.com/QuantumZonePod, @QuantumZonePod, and @CL Sidekicks on Twitter. Follow CL Sidekicks on Instagram, and the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And Will, where can people find you in Diary of Night?
They can find me at WALLRED on Twitter and Gmail and all that fun stuff, and Facebook. But they can find Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com, which is my self-published comic. And, of course, you can find me at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
All right. Master of the back issue bins, Matt Kona. Where can people get a hold of you?
You can find me on social media at Matt Kona. I've been a guest on a bunch of different podcasts lately. They're on my Facebook page. I did a one where we just discussed Police Academy 4. I joined someone who watched all 7 Police Academy movies in one day. So I was about the halfway point of his madness. It's called Suicide by Police Academy, and I think it's entertaining. I don't remember. We recorded it a long time ago, but yeah, feel free to send me a friend request, send me a message, let us know what you think of the show, and if you like stand-up comedy, I got some clips on YouTube. I perform throughout New England. I'm around at Matt Kona, MATTKONA. Thank you.
You did remind me of something. I guess I'll bring it up real quick. I did see, and I think I shared the link, but I signed up. They're going to pick somebody, I think, in a week or two. They're looking for someone. They'll pay you $1,000 too. They want someone to live tweet every MCU movie. I guess I guess it's before Avengers Endgame.
Wow.
Wow.
So I want you to tweet while you watch like every movie. Yeah.
Jeez. All right. I gotta go find my copy of Howard the Duck and start from the beginning.
Nah, I think you just have to start with the first Iron Man.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But yeah, it was like
Wow.
it's like $1,000, and there was like some kind of prize pack. I think it was like a copy of like all the movies and some merchandise. Yeah, so
Cool.
Wow. A ticket to the premiere, which you would immediately fall asleep during the beginning credits of, from staying up to live tweet all the movies.
I don't know what to do. I can't live tweet.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool, though. Wow.
But I signed up, so hey, whoever's in charge of that, give it to me. I'll promote it here. I'll put it on our podcast.
Yes. Oh, man.
All right.
That'd be something else. Also, find me if you're in the Hampton Beach Comic Convention on April 6th. I'll be hanging around. Say hello. That's it. Okay.
Come say hi to Mr. Tuna. Bring him some comics.
Yeah. Marvel Age 90, please.
Some Starbrand. What do you have in that brown paper bag, boy?
Oh, these are my back shoes. I already showed you a couple of them. Marvel Age's Starbrand. I also got the Marvel movie special Time Bandits.
Oh, I remember seeing that one.
Yeah. And I still think I'm going to start a podcast called Party Like It's 2099, but I got some Doom and Ravage 2099.
Oh, nice.
And just because they were 25 cents, there was a TV show called Fish Police, and I got the first 5. And that Hercules 4-issue series.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
All right, everyone. If that wasn't enough for you, come back next time. But until then, Quantum Zoners, keep it quantum.